Hello. Hello, everyone. Just a moment. We'll get things more officially started on our short little Friday night. How you doing? Sorry it took so long to get that video out, but I did get that review out like I promised. Live stream. I finally dug my upgraded mic and shit out of storage, so I'm not 100% sure that everything sounds good on your guys' part, but if you will let me know, just want to make sure things sound a-okay. I ain't got no major problems, because I haven't really tested it yet. And I'm pretty high. Jay Brown, welcome Jay, says, how you doing, man? I'm doing good, Jay. How about yourself? Eric says, those Steezy gummies were weak. Eric, I've heard other people also with the opinion they don't like the Steezy gummies. I've had them a couple times, and they aren't my absolute favorite gummy. And, of course, gummies aren't my favorite kind of edible, but I found them to be pretty good. They're kind of like Steezy pods to me, in that they're like a good workhorse edible. I do think that they're probably a little bit expensive, especially with some of the new cheaper competitors coming in. But they seem perfectly in line with like Plus Gummies, another very popular gummy brand. PJ322846 says, I can hear fine. Glad. Thank you so much for letting me know there, PJ. Hope you're doing okay. Andrew Silva says he is now out of weed. Andrew, I am sorry, man. No worse feeling than being bankrupt. I hope you can get re-upped soon, and you're not too bummed over your loss of weed. Stephanie, welcome, Stephanie. Good to see you join us again. Stephanie, I always notice you always tune in early and hang out, and I can't say how much I appreciate that, which is very, very nice of you. But you're always welcome to back in on our conversations. I swear I only ever hear from Stephanie with your very enthusiastic hellos, which are much appreciated. Eric says, it's just a tease, like a head scratch buzz. Yeah, I can see that, and especially 100 milligram edibles in general, aren't the most potent edibles, especially if you have a very, very high tolerance like us, I'm sure. But I really don't think that there are any sort of lesser than any of the other gummies of that tier. I just wish that there were options for more potent ones, but that's not the world we live in at this moment. King Yeti says, here early this time, damn it. Well, I'm glad you could join us early, King Yeti. I know I missed you a couple of times there where you were tuning in at the end. How are you doing, my friend, out in, is it North Carolina? Are you King Yeti? Are you NC? I think so. Oh, I forget. I have to go do weed. And Andrew Silva says, it sucks that the limit is in, Arkansas. King Yeti, I'm sorry. You're from the great state of, Walmart headquarters in the home of Bill Clinton and Little Rock 9 and West Memphis, and I'm struggling for what else is in Arkansas. Eric says, what happened to Rove pens? I don't see them anymore. Good question, Eric. Actually, I still see them around from time to time. One of the dispensaries I go to somewhat frequently still carries them. But they don't sort of have the prominence that they once did. It's weird how these things ebb and flow like that. You would think there'd be sort of a snowball effect. Some companies would get big at the expense of others, but it does seem to be more of a give and take, push and pull, which is a good sign. I think you want that in a healthy market. Okay. Let's go do some weed. Jay says, Korova tastes like crap, but damn, they got the job done. Haven't had one in a long time. I haven't had mini cookies in forever, but I do miss the days of the high milligram Korovas. Oh shit, I meant to grind some up over here. 1 second. I need to grind it up. So, still doing my Claiborne County 1 ounce beloved weed. Still already, presumptively, no, whatever the I'm so high. I forgot to show you what I'm high on. But I will do that in just a moment. Let me get some of this ground up. Speaking of, just ordered a brand new grinder for the first time in way too many years. Oh, titties. Fart nuggets. Dropped a nugget. Let's grind. Eric says you need to do a meet and greet one day. I'd love to, Eric. We just got to get the world in a place where that is a thing to do without any kind of worry for anybody. No need to make the situation any worse than it already seems to be. King Yeti says, I've got some blue cookie flowers and ice cream cake wax. Now that sounds like a real party, King Yeti. I went to my beloved dispensary connected in Long Beach today, and it is no longer connected. It is now called Catalyst. All 4 of the connecteds that are in this area just overnight up and became Catalysts, and whatever. It's the exact same thing, different name. Still a C. The color scheme is practically the same, except the shade of blue is darker. Lenore says, good late morning, beautiful night owls. Well, good to see you, Lenore, as well. How are you doing? Glad you could join us again, my Simpsons quoting friend. Dat, won't say that middle, 69, yes. Says, yo, what's up, bro? Not too much, man. I love a good 69 reference in a person's name. And I'm not being facetious. I'm not being an asshole. I'm not trying to be smug or anything. I can't help it. It's funny. Anytime I get a receipt or anything with the digit 69 on it, you better believe I'm gonna chuckle and laugh like any self-respecting 12-year-old. God damn it. Andrew says, what's your opinion on Puffco? It's good. I don't know why I haven't done it on stream. I will be doing it on stream some more. And I did re-up on wax, so I will do that first. King says the wax is good and terpy. Nice, man. I'm glad it's some high quality stuff. Eric asked, do I grow? No, I don't. Don't have the space. Would love to one day, however. Lenore says, I'm coming off a beautiful high. Vape some OG Kush. Sounds quite nice, man. What a wonderful description. A beautiful high. I think I know to what you speak. King Yeti is letting people what's goddamn my vocabulary is falling to pieces on me. I think I've got this ground. Okay, real quick. About an hour ago, I had 6 pieces of Moon Intergalactic Milligrammage, the Spaceman Mint. This is actually not for a review. This is just purely for pleasure. Moon are some of my favorite edibles. They're also incredibly cheap. This is a chocolate edible that is $12 at my dispensary. I get these all the time, largely because I think they are one of the best valuables in edibles, period. This is Spaceman Mint. So that is why I am very high already. Let's go ahead and do another one of these, though. This is for you guys. Eric's working on another 2-gram blunt. That's 6 grams in 3 days, my friend. He's got himself a King Louis 2-grammer. Enjoy. That sounds quite wonderful. All right. So I'm ground up here. Somewhere I've got a clean oven. filling chamber. Oh, it's right here. On the bag. Fill it up. Get our herb. Smells so nice. It really does. It smells so good. Okay. Close this up. Back on we go. Now, I do owe you, as it took me so long to do anything, you guys get a pen and stab. I've upped my concentrates. This is some kind of live resin of some strain or something. I don't know. It was moderately priced at the aforementioned dispensary. Oh, whoops! Oh shit! Hey, Squid! What's up, buddy? What's going on, bud? It's my dog. Oh, you just saw him if you were watching the review. This is the same dog. He likes to play frisbee. You have people watching you, buddy. Pen and stab is almost ready. Pen and stab is almost ready. I gotta do this pen and stab. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Almost burned myself. I'm so proud of myself that I've never actually given myself any kind of serious burn after all these years. And I'm clumsy as hell. Yum. Thank you guys. I'm sorry. I'll be back for chat in just a second. This dog is staring at me. Okay. Pen and stab done. Let me take care of this poor guy. Sit. Sit. Come on. Good boy. Oh, let me grab my beverage. Okay, I am gonna grab that and I am back. Pen and stab done. Oh shit. Another dog. Sorry guys, this one wants something too. Sit. Oh shit, another dog. I promise I didn't want this to happen. Come here. Sit. Sit. What is wrong with you? You're old. Take it. They're all getting a little old, unfortunately. Okay. Dat69 says, I'm smoking on a Purple Punch Live Resin Raw Garden Cart right now. And I also have some raw king size papers I'm ready to roll up. That sounds real great, man. I hope you enjoy all of those tons and tons of nouns stacked together. We're a big fan of Raw Garden here on this channel. We have a lot of Raw Garden fans out here. Manny509 says, what's up from Walla Walla? Manny509, welcome. Not too much, man, from LBC. And King Yeti is letting us know that his forbidden fruit, I think it's his forbidden fruit, is also fire. Very cool. Stephanie says, your dog is so cute. Well, thanks, Stephanie. He appreciates that. I have 3 of them, and they're all pains in the ass. And old, and it's so sad. Old dogs. It's just sad. Francisco J. Moya on Periscope says, hello from Spain. Well, hello, Francisco. How are you doing from across the Atlantic, my friend? How are things in España? With your Voss. Oh, I hadn't had anything to drink in a while. Sugar water, dog. Roman365 says, what's up, bro? Not too much, Roman. Thanks for joining us. Stephanie, everybody likes the pups. They do run the show. They're all... I don't know if you guys are paying attention. This one here is going to be doing... I don't know how long she's already been doing it because I don't hear it anymore. It's one of those, bizarre things that I don't actually notice. But every time we have guests over, which nobody has guests over anymore, but every time we do have guests over, they get genuinely disturbed by that dog because she is 84% camel. She can drink for literally 7 minutes, just solid drinking. You will get worried about her. You'll think to yourself, like, where the fuck is it gonna go? That is an incredible amount of volume of water to have just gone somewhere. Still going. Still going. Camel dog. Lenore says, I actually got greened out for the first time yesterday using a lower than usual temperature. Had to go eat some black pepper. Lenore, oh man, greening out. Never had the misfortune myself. I'm sorry you had to go through it. Have never heard about the black pepper remedy. Is the idea just simply that the shock of it will kind of get you out of it? Pretty curious. I'd love to read up on that. But thankfully, I've never greened out. The most I've ever never felt physically ill from weed, even close. The most I've ever been like, whoa, was the first time I made firecrackers for myself. Walked to go pick up some food, got back to my place. When I arrived to pick up the food is when it hit, and it hit very suddenly. It was like, oh boy, this is going to be something different. And it was, but it also was not. I mean, I literally went home, put the food on the coffee table, forgot about it, and fell asleep. And that's all that happened, which is the great thing about doing too much weed. Roman says, what chat is he reading? Hopefully the same chat that you are in. Roman? King Yeti says the best cart he ever had was from Concentration Supply Company. 0.5 milliliter and lasted him 11 days with him and his wife hitting it at leisure. Wow, a 0.5 gram cart for 11 days. That sounds pretty damn good. I'll have to I wonder where Concentration Supply Company is from. They could be, because King Yeti, you actually have to, I'm not sure. I used to keep a very good sort of running tally. Have lapsed tremendously. What is the state of Arkansas and weed? I cannot quite remember. Oh, Jesus, I totally just spaced out. Holy hell. Roman says, a dog, an 84% camel, interesting? Well, metaphorically speaking. Hey, Frog. Well, she's a dog named Frog, so she has some kind of animal. Come here. What are you doing? Oh, now you want some too, eh? Oh boy. Go to sleep. Fuck, I didn't mean for this to happen. I usually do a pretty good job of keeping them away when I'm streaming. They kind of know, but I'm failing. But that's great because they're dogs and they're wonderful. And I pretend like I don't like them, but they're dogs. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look at this fucking thing. It's great. She's stupid. She stinks. She sleeps 20 hours out of a day. But man, what a dog. Her name's Frog. She is a dog. She is 8 now? Almost 8. Great Dane. Which is really old, unfortunately, sadly, scarily for a Great Dane. The one drinking now is a Border Collie. He's 7, and then the one that said hello at the beginning is 10-ish, 9-ish. And she's a Border Collie mix. Lenore says, what are your all's favorite go-to foods / snack after a sesh? I'm surprised this does not come up more, Lenore. How fun is that to say? Because maybe because I don't really eat a lot on stream. Thankfully, Lenore, I largely don't get the munchies, especially in the same way anymore. So I'm not super like jonesing for it, but like, traditionally speaking, what are my go-to foods? Would be something that is, man, what is a really good high food? Something that you can eat a lot of that isn't very filling, that is also very flavorful. So, maybe popcorn, something like that. Something with, I don't know, that seems strange. But something that you can gorge on because you're going to want to eat a lot when you're high. And then also something that has a lot of flavor, because I find with weed, it's not like the desire for like fat like you get when you're on alcohol or whatever. It just feels like flavors taste better and you want to feel kind of full. And so whatever you can get that is filled with flavor, but you can kind of eat for a long time and not want to puke. Long answer. Eric says, what's greened out? It is consuming so much weed that it means different things to different other people, but it's some combination either of puking from doing too much weed and or passing out as a result of, again, too much marijuana consumption. Most people never ever green out in their entire careers. Other people, of course, experience it whenever, their first couple of times smoking. And then others, take the edible that they didn't realize was as strong as it was. And that's another often green out scenario. Dat69 says he's greened out so many times. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it's also kind of great that you can get that high this often still. I mean, there is no, I don't know. I'm not going to push it. And it's too expensive to really try. But I don't know what it would take for me to consume so much weed that I felt like I was going to pass out anymore. It would have to be so prodigious, so utterly preposterous that it just wouldn't be financially prudent to try. King Yeti says, half bully. Are you referring to one of my dogs? She looks kind of like a bully breed, King Yeti. She's just a Great Dane, a very small Great Dane. She's only 100 pounds small. But yeah, she's just a tiny Great Dane. Roman says he's been smoking for 17 years and never heard that term. Yep, Roman, as I was saying, many people go their entire smoking lives without ever encountering the term or the experience. I have seen it in person, though. I have definitely seen somebody green out for sure. So it is possible, and we have others here in chat. Gerardo Arias. Arias. Sorry, I'm butchering that name. Says, great question. Oh my God, thank you for asking. Any new book recommendations? Yes, where would you like me to begin? Fiction or non-fiction? I hope you're still here, Gerardo or Gerardo. Let me know fiction, non-fiction, and I will narrow it down, and I'll get caught up on chat and answer, because I love that question. King Yeti. Oh, King Yeti's a fan of the crunchy Reese's Big Cups. Are the crunchy cups the ones that have like the Reese's Pieces in them? Because if so, those are amazing. If they're ones that have like peanuts, no thanks. Steve Scott says, missed you, brother. Hello, everyone. Well, welcome, Steve Scott, or STVE Scott. I'm sorry, I forgot how you like me to say your name. Thanks for joining us back, man. Manny509 says, I dab out. Do you like to dab? Yes, Manny, I did a penance dab. I do those every time I don't do enough weed to start, which I'll have to do again so soon. King Yeti says, in Arkansas, which shows how far behind on chat I am, holy shit, that they have medical, but he gets his from a source in SoCal. Probably for the best. I'm going to get a lot better quality stuff here. Lenore says, Lenore explains their green out situation. I'm glad you are back down to earth, and I hope you are virus-free, my friend. Eric, trumping our buddy Roman, nearly doubling his smoking career at 31 years. Holy shit. I've been smoking for 7 now, I think, something like that. Kill in the zone 5 says, sup bro, what's up in the zone? Thanks for joining us, man. So glad you could join us. Gerardo, that is curious for a man who asked about books. Lenore's go-to snacks, great to answer their own excellent question. The Rice Krispie Treats and PB&J sandwiches. Rice Krispie Treats, yes. PB&J sandwiches, yes. I do love a good PB&J. I just don't think I've ever had one while super high, but I like that as a concept. Pretty easy too. Lenore, you've incepted a little nugget into my head for a stoned PB&J in the future. Thank you. Eric is a big fan of the 4 cheesy quesadillas. The good old 4 cheesy quesadilla. I've got 2 world-class taco shops within 10-minute walk of me. And I always get the quesadillas there. They're like $7, and I can eat like a third of it at one go. And that's not to say that I am not a glutton. I am. It's just that there are that good of a deal and that muy delicioso. King Yeti, going deeper to the PB&J discussion, and says he makes fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. King Yeti, that sounds... you had mentioned divine intervention before. There's no intervention there. That's just simply divine. Holy shit, a fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That sounds both slightly I mean, I imagine buying it next to my deep fried Twinkie or deep fried Oreo, which I do think is the only deep fried novelty I've ever had is the deep fried Oreo. I don't think I've ever done like the deep fried Twinkie. I've never done the deep fried Snickers. The one I've always wanted to do but never done is the deep fried Coke, actually. Somebody's figured out a way of like making Coke and then blending Coke into a batter and then deep frying it, and that sounds very appealing to me for some reason. I love it all, but I've only ever tried the deep fried Oreo, which was good. Deep fried peanut butter and jelly sounds utterly amazing. King Yeti says, I watched the room melt like an old projector film from one hit of some NL5. Wow, that sounds pretty wild, my friend, and pretty strong. Roman says, I smoke half an ounce a week and have never greened out. Roman, yes, I don't think it's much more about acutely smoking that much. It's pretty easy. I mean, smoking a half an ounce a week is a lot. Let me be the first to tell you, as I have a similar sort of proclivity. But it is the thing is not consuming it over the course of a week. It's doing a half ounce worth of weed in a single evening, or doing 1,000 milligram edible when you thought you were going to do 100 milligram edible. That's usually the result of greening out. It's usually not the result of a cumulative slow consumption of weed. It's about the all-in-one mass of weed is where the greening out normally happens. Raul says, have you tried Rick Simpson oil, the RSO? Raul, I have not done my review. I still have it to review. I just, for whatever reason, ended up reviewing something else that time. Maybe I needed to do something and didn't want to do oil RSO because I think that's it. I wasn't quite sure how effective it was going to be, and I had something to do that I needed to be moderately cognitively engaged for. So, but I do have a RSO tincture from Cresco is the name of the company to review next week. I'm not sure when the review will actually show up on YouTube, however. Probably 2 weeks after that. Sometime in August, for sure. King Yeti says, missed his previous comment about his dog. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I have tried to go back to see what it says, and I apologize, but I am too lost track of my senses. Let me know what you said about your dog. I love talking about dogs. My dogs, other people's dogs, love them all. Danny 888. What's up, Danny 888? Call Danny 888-456-792 for toll-free calls. 1-800 numbers. 1-888. King Yeti does not like the Reese's Pieces ones. Blasphemy. Sorry, I'm just not a nut guy. I'm not a legume man. We had a conversation about nuts recently. Weird. Danny says, I'm waiting for the bud, man. Hope to spark up with you soon. Much love. Hope your bud man shows up soon, Danny. I know that wait for the dealer can be one of the most time elapsing experiences one can go through. You can really discover just how long an hour can be. But I hope they arrive soon. I hope we can join in for a little online smoke sesh. Uh, DJ Matix, DJ Matisse Maddox says Cushy Punch got him lifted. Ah, Cushy Punch, a long time weed manufacturer. Reviewed pretty much everything they have. I'm pretty sure Cushy Punch, unless somebody stole their name, for a while got in the cart game. I'm not sure if they still are. Excuse me. Steve, I'm saying that incorrectly, says Island life for you or nah. Victoria Island is extremely chill. Love island life, man. Island time. All that stuff is great. I like that idea of an island community. All that stuff. I just don't happen to live on an island. Live close to a big one. I can see when it's not smoggy. Catalina Island from very close to where I live, about a 4-minute walk. I can see Catalina, but I live in Long Beach. I am terrestrial, landbound, but I could totally imagine myself living on some island at some point. One of the Hawaiians, maybe a Caribbean, maybe a Canadian, maybe one of those South Pacific former still colonial islands. You know, who knows? Sound great. Island life. Generally speaking, living on an island, as long as that island is not totally destitute, economically speaking, they do have a higher quality of life, or a higher reported life satisfaction, rather, than other groups of people, probably because of their close communities. There's usually a pretty good correlation between close community bonds and self-reported sense of satisfaction with life. King Yeti says, been smoking 25 years. He's 38. He's been smoking since he's a teenager. Wow. King Yeti, I am not much younger at all. Been smoking a third that time, or less. My best college buddy, who went to a tiny public school in East Tennessee, K through 12, that had 100 people in the entire school. He started smoking when he was in, what did he say? When he was 8 years old, after church, him and his friends would go smoke weed after church in his shitty little town. And I can say that about Salina, Tennessee, because it's a shitty little town. Thankfully, that guy right now is just a couple of months ago finished his PhD program at the University of Tennessee in physics. Go you, if you are out there, my friend. Congrats again. My friend, rather. To clarify, for his sake. Sorry, I'm rambling. Residue says super glue is heaven on earth. I assume you mean the strain and not the molecule that has led to many hilarious pranks in the past. Billary Clinton says, Wheatsy, a nice little nightcapper. Yes, sir, Billary. Or should I say, yes, ma'am? Or should I say, yes, Satan? Thanks for joining us, Billary. I think you were in the live in our chat on our stream, maybe. I can't remember. It's been so long. I'm so high. But thanks for joining in, man. And it is a little nightcapper. Gonna do another bag, and I have another. I have to do a penance dab. I've let it go too long. Eric says something with strawberry milk. I don't remember what that is in supposed to be, that with is supposed to be conjoined to, but regardless, I disagree because all milk, as it is known and has been known and will always be known, milk is the devil's juice. The milk is an evil, vile substance created for nefarious purposes and should be sort of treated. You should treat milk like a vampire treats garlic. And no, I'm not lactose intolerant as far as I'm aware. I definitely eat some dairy, and I wouldn't say I have great dietary health, but I'm not throwing up every night. But milk is still the devil's juice. Frankie Boy says, new background, I see. Perhaps. Depends how long it's been since you've tuned in. I'm not sure. We've been streaming here in this setup for about a month now. Unless you're talking about this. Not that you can see my mouse. I'm that high. I was like, I'm going to highlight with my mouse. Unless you're talking about this. Welcome to Wheat's sign, which is also not new. It was on the back wall of the old Wheat's studio. Just busted out like my much nicer audio setup. And got all the, oh shit, that is disgusting. I gotta realize that even though I can be a disgusting human piece of garbage at home away from other people, this quarantine's got me just, it's got all those social norms already shredded. I gotta remember, I can't be a disgusting human piece of garbage out, just even if I'm streaming to people online, you can't just belch extremely loudly into the microphone and be proud about it. I actually kind of want to laugh because it was a solid belch. I'm not ashamed. It's great. You're welcome for it, as a matter of fact. I've changed my mind. Okay. I am so far behind on chat, and I am so sorry. I'm going to try to get caught up. Because I have to get going. Pen and stab. Steve says, I have the best question. Can he do the whole bag, people? Yes, I will. And play VR, Steve says. Can I do the whole bag and play VR? Yes, I will be. I did last night. Oh my god, I was playing some more The Room in Oculus Quest. So good. Alright guys, I owe you a penance dab. I'm so excited. I don't think there was really anything other than the image, but it looked like last week the first picture of what may or may not be the Oculus Quest 2 leaked on Twitter. Got me real excited. The possibility... There's so many incredible ways, like... The Oculus Quest 1 to the Oculus Quest 2 has the chance to be like the iPhone to the iPhone 4 in terms of massive leaps. They're just so... And that's not to say the Quest isn't great. The Quest is a truly amazing feat of engineering. And they keep improving it. I mean, like, they have worked tirelessly to add incredible incredible new features that they never promised that they would have, like hand tracking. But there's an endless amount of things they could add to another version on top of the incredible amounts of help or acuity that just increasing the resolution and the frame rate and the field of view would have on the headset. Those basic things would be incredible, but then you can think about things like eye tracking and all kinds of fun shit. Excuse me. VR, man. However, haven't ever really had the opportunity to talk about this. Something that is concerning and strange and weird and, in a way, very upsetting. Excuse me. My last bag here to enjoy with you guys. As I was saying, my VR, I have started very strangely and very counterintuitively and opposite conventional and accepted wisdom. After literal years, and literally I've had an Oculus since the day it came out, March something 2016, so over 4 years I've had VR. In the last 6 or so, the opposite thing that should be happening is happening, where I have started to get headaches, very bad headaches in VR, and even occasionally motion sick, which, I mean, like the first 2 or 3 weeks I had a headset, the Oculus Rift way back when, if I played it for a long time straight and played very rough games, I could get like a definite headache and like feeling like, oh, I need to take a break. But I have not had these level of, I didn't have the sensations that I've had now. And generally speaking, and more than generally, I mean, almost universally, it's the more you are in VR, the more acclimated you get to it. After a certain amount of time, you should be more or less totally inured to VR motion sickness. I have no idea why I have started to get motion sick. It sucks though. Even for games that I love, and could be in forever, like a Tetris Effect, I can only really do for about half an hour right now before, like, it feels like a jackhammer behind my eyes. So, hopefully the Quest 2, because I also have not tried Valve's new headset. Shame on me, because it's come out since I've started having these motion sick problems. With its amazingly high resolution screens and their insane refresh rates, maybe that would help alleviate it again. I just have not tried the Index yet. I would upgrade my PC before. I mean, my PC. I have even my laptop here can run VR stuff, but before I get the Ferrari of VR headsets, I'm still, I mean, the most advanced GPU I have is a 1070, and that's my one of my desktops, and this laptop's a 1060. So I'm running some behind the times GPUs, but I'm waiting till that 30 level comes out. Let's just skip the 20 generation altogether. That's a lot that you guys didn't ask for. Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to speed round VR. I'm going to speed round chat. I am so far behind. I'm like literally over 15 minutes behind, but I'll get to you. Super speed round because I got to get going. Steve says, STV. I'm just going to call ST. RSO, Rick Simpson's oil, is the easiest to bake with by far. Ah, encouraging. Well, thank you. That's got me even more excited to finally review it next week. Lenore says, LOL, I have lost my senses. That's so us, so me. That made perfect sense at the time. I'm sorry it's been so long. Okay, gonna get caught up. Let's see, gonna skip a couple. The Pecan Tree says, hey y'all, welcome to Pecan Tree. Sorry, again, joining in at the tail end here, trying to speed round through some chat before I've got to say good night, farewell, sleep tight, my 420 friends. King Yeti says the University of Tennessee has a great science program. King Yeti depends on the science program, but they certainly have great science programs. They have great engineering programs. My beloved wife, weird way to describe your wife. No, my beloved wife has a engineering degree from there. I have a degree in journalism from there, but with a concentration in science writing. And I have a little brother who has a degree there in civil engineering. Don't use that to catfish me. Catfish? No, that's the dox. That's the verb. Getting my internet scary unwanted revealing of persona terminology conflated. Pardon me. Colsify. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Says, missed the cart reviews. Well, I think we had one out last week, Colsify. And there will be some more soon. Actually just finished up my review of the Cresco liquid live resin cart. Look forward to that sometime. I don't know, whenever it ends up on the queue. I'm aiming for I'm hoping to get two reviews out a week at this point. That's the goal. Nothing officially scheduled yet. I would like to, as soon as I can, get 2 reviews out and get back to where we used to be, which is we would have them scheduled twice a week at X time. Oh shit. Nice save. And we'll get there. But for now, I'm hoping to still, they're definitely enough to get 2. So hopefully 2 reviews, or there should very well be 2 reviews out every week, and should hopefully soon have a schedule, like on Mondays, Fridays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever the 2 days are. But we'll have new stuff coming. There will never be a time where there will be the pace of Wheats in years, in like Wheats year 1 again. That was a crazy, crazy time. Unfortunately, it will be, 2 reviews a week, especially when they're cartridges. That's not nothing. Yeah. First one I'll probably have out on Tuesday. Not sure what it will be yet. Larry David says, I will shortly be partaking of Cushy Punch gummies and Kiva chocolate. Mr. David, Two utter classics, been around for as long as I have been here in Southern California. Both, we had somebody else earlier, I can't remember who, but somebody earlier was enjoying some cushy punch. And Kiva will be a forever favorite for me. Love everything Kiva makes, does. Their chocolates, their mints, their gummies. It's all so good. Kiva, yeah, they just... now that Canaco, one of the several companies that has the name Canaco, seems to be less... I don't know the last time I've actually seen Canaco anywhere, to be honest. But Kiva may be my favorite company, edible company right now. That is wide, that you can reliably tell somebody to get. No matter where they are in California, I think you can find Kiva. And I think they would be my favorite. They are a little bit more expensive than than some competitors, but god damn, are they good? Still are. Aiden, welcome, Aiden. Thanks for joining us, man. Billary says, dude, my mom's tea milk is fire. I don't know what tea milk is, but I have a feeling it might be something vaguely vulgar. But I'm not sure. I almost missed Antonio Angel Hernandez. Hello, Antonio. Thanks for joining us again. I think Antonio, you've hung out with us in the past, correct? I hope. If not, I'm really sorry. ST says, I have a maybe controversial opinion about carts. You can buy a wax liquidizer for cheap and get cheap shatter online to drive it into saved carts. ST, in a perfect world, that would be the way we all do it, because carts aren't great for the environment. I'm sorry, not to be a... I promise I'm not in any way trying to do this in any kind of political way, but it's just, the materials that are in carts, there are things that you really just don't want it, and you don't want ending up in landfills, and you don't want to mine, you don't want to even have to extract those things. If we could all, as a society, basically say, and we don't even have to do so far, whereas you have to be the one to, melt the wax down yourself and put it in the cart. But if we could all just have a collective idea of a cart, sort of community bin where when your dispensary is the one who takes care of it. Every time you get a cart, you return your last one, or, some number of them or whatever. And then they are the ones who are responsible for disinfecting it and refilling it with oil. Presumably you could get somebody who's quite talented at that, make sure they're filled correctly, that all the elements are still working correctly. It'd be great. It'd be really great if we could do something like that, but it's all efforts to do those kind of things, not just, I don't think anybody's ever tried that cart model, but, Dose, a little an early disposable company did something similar to that, where you could return their little things, and they would give you some kind of credit, but nothing wide scale has ever really been attempted as far as I'm aware. It's just really hard to do. People don't trust it. Now in this world it's impossible, but sorry. Okay, I've got to really go, guys. I'm gonna super up on live chat. I'm gonna go. Lenore says, I can't wait to move to a legal state. Tennessee and its Bible Belt government will never legalize. Lenore, yes, I feel ya. I am so sorry that you are there. Do not miss that state. I assume if you live in Tennessee, it will become legal for you the same day it becomes legal for everybody, aka the day that it is federally legal. And Tennessee is sort of forced kicking and screaming to do it. And even then, I would bet that they would try their damnedest to make it nigh impossible to procure, using dumb legal tactics. ST says he had a Vive for about 2 months and sold it as soon as he heard rumors of unit. I've had my Vive since release day. The only thing I've ever updated was I got that deluxe audio strap, a year or so after it came out, 2 years. Boy, it is, it's kind of a relic. I haven't actually dusted up the old Vibe in a while. It was, at the time, I mean, in some ways, it still is the best of the OG headsets. But in terms of headset design, the actual HMD, boy, that thing was heavy, unwieldy, straps were terrible. It just wasn't great. But the Lighthouse tech is, I mean, if you are going to make a primo VR experience and one that you're going to have like permanently stationed somewhere, the Lighthouse tech is still, at least in my opinion, the way to go. As great as like the Oculus Inside Out tracking is, I mean, it is not as good as the base station laser beams. Here I am, I'm so high, I'm like rubbing and picking my nose because I'm that's when you're high, you just think that kind of stuff's okay. Hot Dog Water says, yo, Hot Dog Water, welcome, man. Mad Crypto says, smoke to weed, this one's for you. Ethan says he only smokes the vitamin E and Hot Dog Water, a healthy combination. Fred Durst would be proud. Hot Dog Water. What a very specific, weird phrase that has caught on. Hot Dog Water. I wonder who first minted it as a way to insult something, or to degradingly describe something as having the consistency or the taste or the look or the smell of hot dog water. It's great. I love it. Mad Crypto says, smoking on some Steezy. They have the regular and the live resin. He suggests that the regular is just as good, and supposedly it's already 87% THC. The regular 1 gram is 60. The live resin is 120. Holy shit. Yes, it is. There's no way it would be worth twice the cost, even if it were, even if it were a primo product. Double. There is no cartridge that's worth $120. It just could not be. There's no cartridge that's worth $100. And I've started to see the live resin Steezies. I know they were more expensive. I have never seen them cost that much more, thankfully. I think where I'm at, it's maybe like a 25% premium. And for me, live resin is something that I appreciate more than like when I find out something is live resin, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm glad to know. But I couldn't tell you something was resin just by trying it. I just couldn't. I don't know how I could. ST says true terps are fine. I'm running some synthetic banana OG on Northern Lights, and it's crazy. There are these places in downtown Los Angeles, in like close to the fashion district, maybe in the fashion district. I'm not good enough on my downtown LA geography to tell you for sure. But that just have these massive signs out that just say like terps sold here, terps sold here, terps sold here. They're, believe it or not, very close to the like 3 blocks in this district that is bong wholesaler. They're like 3 whole blocks in downtown Los Angeles. It's just different. I'm guessing they're mostly online retailers that also sell to the public, but it's just like like a dozen or more huge businesses that sell pretty much all the same smoke shop stuff. So, oh, and also, yeah, I guess if you're a smoke shop, that's where you go buy all of your pipes and your um, different vapes and shit. So who knows? Okay, so it looks like I have mostly caught up, which is great. The last thing I'm gonna do is say hello to Rico Benz, who says, "Hello, Rico Benz. How do you deal with heartbreak?" Rico, great question. Thankfully, Rico, I don't think I've ever really dealt with heartbreak yet. I hope to never, but I have 3 old dogs, and so I hope to tell you 55 years from now when my dogs die, and 700 years from now when my wife dies. Until then, I haven't experienced what I would say is true heartbreak, but I'm sorry you're going through with it. King Yeti says, Cooter Stew. Whoa. Yes. There was a quarterback for the football team, the Tennessee Vols, when I was at UT. I think it was when I was at UT, whose name was Jim Bob Cooter. I fuck you not. I am not fucking kidding you. I am not shitting in your mouth. I'm not shitting anywhere near you. I'm not fucking with you. I am not kidding you. There really was a goddamn quarterback. I'm scaring my dog, whose name was Jim Bob Cooter. Okay. Bob Maynob. Hello, Bob. So sorry to say goodbye just as I'm saying hello, but thanks for joining us. He says, hell yeah, Wheats. Thanks for joining us. Bob then asks, have I ever tried the Breeze tablet? Yes, I have. I like them quite a bit. I may have even done a review of them. I'm not sure. You can search just on YouTube, Wheats Breeze. I know I've reviewed some Breeze products. I'm not sure if I've reviewed the tablets, but I've definitely done them, and I think they're pretty good. And then with that, that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks for anybody who watched the video. Maybe, I'm sorry. I will, if you want to watch one in the future, feel free to do one of those things that lets you know I'll be on again in the future on whatever platform you're enjoying this on, if you're enjoying it. And in the meantime, good night, stay high, stay healthy. See you guys next week. Goodbye.